Today I got to speak with Gabby, owner of Bewitching Beauty Spa, located at 335 Stony Creek Street. I hope you enjoy the episode. Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in again to Small Town Johnstown. I'm Jenny, and today I have a guest with me today, so if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your business and why you're here.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Gabby. I am the owner of Bewitching Beauty Spa located in downtown Johnstown. We are a beauty spa that offers esthetician services at an affordable price, and I just love what I do. I just really want to offer affordable beauty service because I do feel that even though these are a little bit luxury, I do feel like everyone deserves self-care.
Yeah, so what services do you offer? Like, what do you have here?
So we offer skincare services, we offer body waxing, we offer makeup application, eyelash extensions, brow laminations, lash lifts and tints, and I think that's about it, yeah.
So what are some of your prices for those services? Like, what would you consider more luxury or expensive or high-end versus stuff that, you know, if someone's just starting to get into beauty, that they should start off with because it's cheaper and more simple or whatever it is?
So our most affordable service is honestly our Bewitching skincare facial. It's only $75, which is a great price compared to what a lot of other places charge for a facial. It's a great 45 minutes of relaxation, a good deep cleanse of your pores and your skin. Now our higher end services are more like the lash extensions. Those start from $100 to $150 depending on the set. But yeah, that's the higher end service. And
yeah, so a facial is like a nice place to start off if you're just getting into skincare and, you know, beauty and taking care of yourself and things like that. I love your setup back here that we have, by the way. I definitely love how you designed it in here, and the paint and like the theme of the bewitching is so cute.
Oh yeah, I know, I loved it.
How'd you come up with that?
So originally I was doing permanent makeup, and I was thinking of like, oh, how do I want to brand this? And like, I'm a little bit on the like witchy side of witchy aesthetic, and I was like, oh, bewitching, I love that word. And I was originally it was bewitching brows because I was just doing permanent makeup.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I want more from this. And I was like, Bewitching Beauty Spa. I was like, I like the ring to that. And I just kept that in my mind. And then in a year and a half's time, I was opening.
Yeah, and you're not just doing brows, you're doing all these other things, so it ended up being a better name for it anyways.
Oh yeah, I actually don't even do permanent makeup anymore.
Really?
My main focus is aesthetics.
Why'd you quit the permanent makeup?
It's a high stress job.
Yeah.
You are tattooing someone's face essentially,
yeah.
And I would have anxiety before every service, and I was just like, no, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do that's different. And I saved up and put myself through aesthetic school.
Yeah.
And I worked at a place for about a month, and I was like, no, I want to be my own boss and just hit the ground running. And
if you can, do it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Going solo right after school was definitely the best decision I ever made.
So how did you start the permanent makeup and then, I guess, transition into being an esthetician?
Okay, so I was a manager at Starbucks for a while, and the pandemic hit, and I loved my job up until the pandemic. Mm-hmm. It just made it 10 times worse, and I was like, I need to figure out a game plan. I can't do this the rest of my life. I maybe have one more year in me. Mm-hmm. And we got our stimulus money, and instead of blowing it on things I didn't need, I just put it into a savings account, and I got certified in the permanent makeup, and then I was doing that at a salon. And then I saved enough up doing like gig work and stuff to put myself through aesthetic school. So it really just went from being lost in my job to finding a new passion. I was really into makeup, and I was like, oh, let's do something with this.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes people feel like they're stuck when they're in jobs, you know, working for chains or corporations and things like that. And it is hard because you do need some kind of money saved, you know, take the next step and propel yourself forward from that. So is it just you here in this salon, or do you have anyone else? Because I know you said you want to be your own boss. So
I actually just in May hired my first employee, Jen. She is probably the best thing that's happened to this place, other than obviously opening it. I was very lonely in here. I was just like, but I was so afraid to hire someone. And then I was just like, you know, I was afraid to open my business, and look how well it went for me. I was like, I gotta stop letting fear hold me back, and I just gotta do it. Because if the universe wanted me to do it, it allows me to do it.
Yeah.
If it's not meant for me, I wouldn't have put that thought in my head.
Yeah, that's how we've been looking at life recently. If it's not meant to be, then, you know, something better will come.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it's hard to hire just one employee versus, you know, you're working at Starbucks, you have, you know, that coworker you like, and then somebody else, oh, that one's okay, you know, whatever. But when you're only working with one other person and you are their boss, I can bet that it's a very tough decision.
It is. And when Jen started, I told her, I was like, I don't want you to look at me as your boss. Like, we're both two estheticians growing and learning, and I want to grow and learn off of you, same as I want you to grow and learn off of me. My biggest thing is, like, I really want to offer a space for people that's starting out in this career to be able to blossom their career. And I'm just really glad I can do that. It's exciting being able to mentor Jen, and she's awesome.
Yeah. That's great. So what services does she offer then?
So she offers all the same services I do, except she offers Brazilian waxings. I don't do Brazilians. And she's actually really great with waxing. She's like the wax queen, I swear.
Yeah, and I mean, that's hard to do.
It is.
And especially for a Brazilian, that takes a lot of like trust in that person to be able to, you know, make sure that they know what they're doing, you know, they aren't weird, they aren't harming you or burning you or anything like that.
Right. Jen's awesome at it though. She's been doing so well. Like we started a loyalty program for Brazilians because I was like, she was like, I really want this to be like my thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, awesome. Like, let's figure out how we're going to do this. And we made loyalty cards. So every 6 Brazilian, you get 25% off of it.
That's awesome.
And it's been awesome. Like, the loyalty program has caused a lot of bookings, and I can't wait to see her grow in that aspect of her career.
Yeah, that's so cool. So what does your clientele look like? Do you have consistent clients, or do you do, I don't know, like events or something like that? Like, how do people find you, and do you see regulars all the time?
So yes, I have my lash besties. I see about probably 13 girls every month for eyelash extensions. So I only work Thursday through Saturday, so I do this part-time.
Yeah.
But I also do a lot of bridal makeup. So like I go on site to like these venues to do makeup for the bridal parties. So like just a lot of word of mouth is really how my name has gotten out there. Like I went from working in a little tiny space in my sister's studio, like when I first started this, because I was like, oh, like let's just test the waters. And right off the bat, like obviously all my friends came and supported me, and like they still come to me, but a lot of my clientele now are people I didn't know a year and a half ago.
That's awesome.
And I think that is incredible. And like they've become such like people that are so close to my heart. Like I worry about them. Sometimes I'll see like a post that like I'm sad, and I'm just like, oh, lash bestie, don't be sad.
Lash besties. I love that. You have like a whole like fan base basically. That's so cute.
I love my girls. They're awesome.
Do you ever do like giveaways or anything like that?
Yeah, actually I have a giveaway going on right now. It ends at the end of September. We were doing a booking giveaway, so any appointment booked in September, you were automatically entered to win the self-care basket. So like that's actually sitting out there on the desk.
That's awesome.
And we just did a back to school giveaway for facials, just because like end of August, September, it's such a chaotic time. Everyone's still adjusting to their new schedules, and we really wanted to promote how important self-care is, especially during this chaotic time. So we gave away one facial with Jen. It was a nominee based giveaway. So like we had people tag a mom, tag a dad, tag a student, tag a teacher that feels like they're going to need some self-care as they adjust to their new schedule, being off all summer, kids are back in school.
I like that better than like a lottery or like pay $5 to be entered. You're just like, nominate someone who deserves this.
I have no issue with giving away services like that, because one, it helps us get our name out there a little bit more, and Jen's still building her clientele, but also I just love giving back to this community that I grew up in.
Yeah. So who else are you involved with? Like, have you gone to any of the events or met anyone, different businesses or things like that in the community?
So kind of, me and my older sister, she owns Photographs with Riss. We do some collaborating shoots sometimes, like we'll get creative with makeup and she'll get creative with like photography. And I also, she'll like bounce clients to me for like her weddings, for bridal makeup. So we do a lot of collaborating there. And then Trippy Hippie Healing and I have something in the works for November. So just stay tuned on social media for that one. But I don't collab a lot with a lot of small businesses, because it's just tough with what I do. I know like I've partnered with Roots a couple of times to do just like a giveaway, and they gave gift cards and I gave like a facial. So like I get involved in those like big giveaways sometimes as well. Yeah,
it's good to have like collaborative efforts with different people. Like you said, your sister and Brianna with Chirpy Hippie and things like that. But there's also the competition aspect, right? Because there's so many other, like, beauty salons and spas and all those kinds of things. So how do you stay on top of that with competing with everyone else?
So honestly, I don't view anyone else as competition. I just feel like in this community, like, we should uplift each other and support each other. There's Lexi from Lux Aesthetics. She does mostly lashes, and when I was first starting in my lash career, like, this girl, she would answer any question I had. I was like, "Hey Lexi, me again. Can you help me with this?"
That's awesome.
So, like, she was always supportive and kind of a mentor to me. And Jen actually took her lash course with her, and like, so she's been a really good help to Bewitching Beauty Spa opening and maintaining. She's awesome.
Yeah, she could have told you, like, no thank you, like, I'll do my thing, you do your thing, but she's willing to help you out.
Yeah.
And that speaks a lot about her character.
It does, and that you'll honestly find that a lot in this community. And I know, like, the stigma around the beauty world a couple years ago was, oh, it's so cutthroat, and it can be, but if you surround yourself with the right people, it's not.
Yeah. I guess, what would you say do you value for beauty? Because it is kind of a luxury for some people. So there's, like, lashes and hair and nails, waxing, all that stuff. What do you personally, like, value the most for yourself? Like, what do you think is most important? Like, you have to have your hair done before you go out. You have to have your makeup done before you go out.
So as I'm sitting here with only mascara on and my hair a mess because I worked all day.
No, that's okay. We all have those days. And you still look great.
Thank you. I honestly feel like beauty comes from within. I don't think it's surface level. I just feel as long as you're confident in your own skin, then you're beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, but also I will say, like, the best makeup you can have is your skincare.
Yeah.
That's, like, my one beauty tip.
What would you advise for people? I don't do too much skincare. I just slap some water on my face, Aquaphor sometimes, and then I'm good. So, like, how do you get into that? Would you say just SPF? I know is really important. You want to make sure that you're protected from the sun and stuff.
SPF is really important, but the thing with SPF that a lot of people don't know is you have to reapply it every 2 hours.
Yeah, people don't do that.
No, they don't. They put it on before they leave, and they're like, "I wear sunscreen." Like,
yeah,
you do, but not enough. But honestly, if you're interested in getting involved in skincare, my biggest advice is to find an esthetician that you align with and book a facial and talk to that esthetician about what you want out of your skincare journey. As professionals, we are here to help you decide, like, help you find products that work for your skin, what your targeted results are, what you want for your targeted results.
Yeah.
Because there's so many skincare products out there, and it is overwhelming. When I first started, like, I was just like, oh my gosh, there's like 100 products just in this one line.
Yeah, I see on TikTok all the time my skincare routine, and then they have like 20 different products that are like $50 each, and it's like, not everybody can do that.
No, I honestly think that sometimes that's a bit overkill.
Yeah.
Me personally, my skincare routine consists of double cleansing my face, exfoliating every couple of days. I love glycolic acid as a toner at night. I use retinol at night, like every three times a week-ish, and like a good moisturizer and SPF. Like, just gotta keep it simple sometimes.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like too much, and I feel like if you're just getting into it, start with a retinol or just SPF and get used to reapplying it and stuff like that.
Yes.
So is that like your nightly routine, or do you do that?
Yes, so I use the retinol and the glycolic acids at night because they're actually really UV reactive. So if you'd wear them out in the sun, they can cause burning, but they can also cause, like, acne. They can cause you to break out because they're UV reactive. So those products you want to use at night and then wash off in the morning.
Okay.
And then in the morning, I usually just wash my face twice, put some hyaluronic acid on, and then a eye cream and my moisturizer and SPF. It's very simple in the mornings.
Yeah. And some people have different skin too. Some people have more acne than others. My skin is combination. Like, it's dry and flaking off, but also, like, so greasy and gross. So like, if what would you say the kind of skin type you see most often here, and like, what advice would you give to someone who struggles with dry skin or oily skin or acne or whatever?
So, honestly, I see a lot of combination skin and doing skincare, but also doing makeup. I think it's like the most common skin type because it's also my skin type as well.
Yeah.
What I recommend for people with the combination skin is glycolic acid is great in the T-zone because that's usually where we're oily. And then a good moisturizer outside of the T-zone because that's usually where we're really dry.
Yeah.
And then if you have acne, incorporating a salicylic acid toner into your routine helps a lot. The glycolic acid helps a lot with acne. There's a lot of products out there to target acne and skin blemishes. That's why if you're having a skincare concern, schedule an appointment with an esthetician, and they will definitely get you on the right track.
So do you offer like consultations and things like that if someone's like, I want to get a facial, but I also want to know how to keep my skin clear and...
Oh, yeah. So with the skincare, with the Bewitching skincare facial, we offer a skincare consultation in it.
Okay.
So in the beginning of the facial, Jen or I will talk to you a little bit about what your concerns are, what you're wanting to achieve. If I always like to ask my clients, are you here for skincare or do you want the relaxation?
Yeah.
Because if they're wanting it to be more relaxation, like I kind of skip over all of the educational stuff so they can enjoy it. But if they're wanting it to be for a reason to target a skincare concern, I will walk them through what I'm doing and tell them like, oh, like I noticed you have this, like this product will help a lot with that. The facials can go either way. They can be very educational or they can just be very relaxing.
Yeah, so if we do go the other way, how do you make it relaxing? Or like, I know some people, have anxiety or insecurities about, skins and facial hair and whatever it may be. So what about it makes it relaxing? What do you offer for the spa part of the service?
So to make it relaxing, during the facial I have hot healing frequencies playing. I cleanse the room with sage before you come in. I give you a good massage on the shoulders of the face. Like there's hot towels, there's steam, and it's just honestly like such a gentle touch. Like it just is very nurturing and very relaxing.
Yeah, I love that. The sage and a free massage. Love it. I guess if you want to talk about anything to promote yourself or anything we haven't mentioned yet. I feel like we've been like going back and forth a decent amount, but like if there's any questions I haven't asked about a service or something that you'd like to talk about.
I have to think. I'm not 100% sure what else I could say other than that you deserve self-care, and I know that a lot of places are unaffordable when it comes to self-care, but if there's a service that you're wanting that you've looked elsewhere and you're like, wow, that price is a bit steep, I want to encourage those people to take a look at our service menu. I really do try to price our prices to be fair and reasonable, because I grew up not a lot of money. Like I'm still as an adult, like still don't have a lot of money. So like it's a big thing for me to offer these services that just the normal person can come and get them.
Yeah.
They don't have to come every month, but like every once in a while, getting a facial, treating yourself for only $75, it's not that bad. Or even if you want to surprise your girlfriend with a little gift, like it's a great gift for Christmas coming up, birthdays, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and it's hard too. Like in this economy, nails used to be, $25, $30. Now people are going to get their nails done. It's like $100.
Oh yes.
It's very hard to keep up with the, never-ending inflating prices of beauty services. Seriously.
I know, and it's something that I don't necessarily agree with, but I understand why people do it. Mm-hmm. Like you have to make money. Yeah. But like I have my prices set so I make enough that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, you're not greedy. You understand. You're making it affordable so people can come in.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is like my hobby, like my side hustle, but not really. Like it's not a little business. Like it's blossoming into something huge. But like it's just something I really enjoy doing. Like I work 6 days a week, not here, but I also work at another job. Mm-hmm. And like the days that I'm here, I don't feel like I'm at work. I feel like I'm sitting here chatting with my girlfriends, like just having a good time, like making them feel beautiful. And that's like honestly my favorite part of my job is these girls come in here having the worst day maybe, and they leave and they're like, I feel so great, I feel so confident, like I'm gonna take on the day, and like that just makes me feel so great.
Yeah, that's gonna be the best part. Just people coming in and you feel better, you feel like you're not really working because you get to sit and chat, and they leave feeling so much better than they did come in here.
Yeah, and it's so rewarding. It's just so rewarding. And I also love like the before and afters. Like it's just awesome. Like with our lashes, with my lash extensions personally, I see like great retention. So like I see my girls come in like every 3 weeks and their lashes still look like they could go another 2 weeks without a fill, and I'm just like, wow, like I actually know what I'm doing. Yeah. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm just getting lucky. I'm getting lucky, and it's been 2 years, and I'm just like, oh, maybe I actually do know what I'm doing.
Yeah. It takes a while, that imposter syndrome of like, wait, I actually am okay. I'm pretty good at this.
Like, wait a minute, I'm a pro.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's always telling me, he's like, oh, you're a professional. I'm just like, yeah, I guess.
I guess.
Like, you're so humble.
It's like, not like you own your own business or anything.
Yeah, I'm just a very humbled person.
That's good though. And even then, for you to say that, beauty comes from within, you don't view other businesses as competition. You want to keep your prices low so you make enough. That is like more than most people around here would say. Like, just from this little conversation I've had with you, like, I can tell that you're very humble, because most people would not say that at all.
I know. And that's honestly like a big thing, like, about the small business industry, just kind of everywhere. Like, I feel like a lot of people are in it for just money, and that's just never a good thing. You can be in it for money, but you also have to have the passion to be in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need a good balance of, wanting to do it for the people, but wanting to make money and all of that. Because if you come off too greedy or money hungry or whatever it is, then why are people gonna want to come back?
Right. Like, I always think about like the beauty providers, or even, we'll just go with beauty providers that are driving around like Mercedes and Lexuses and charging like essentially $100 an hour in a way. Like, I know that could never be me. I'll probably always drive around like an older car. Like, my car's a 2002 Subaru. It's almost as old as I am. But I love it. I don't plan on getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, it's hard to buy things from Amazon or Walmart or whatever it is, because, there's a CEO at the top that's driving around a Mercedes or Porsche or, whatever it is, and making all this money. So I do appreciate that you are humble enough and aware enough, this girl over here drives a 2002 Subaru. Make sure you come and get a facial and a wax and all that good stuff, because you really are in it for the people and not just yourself.
Yeah, definitely just not out here for the money. And my passion is deeply rooted in my career. And like, I honestly have never felt such a sense of success in a career before until I started aesthetics. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, a lot of times I feel like I'm in a dream. Like, I come in here and like there's clouds floating around, and it's like, wow, this is really mine.
Yeah.
It's just so surreal a lot of the time.
So how would you describe your success? Just, being your own boss and having your own business, having great clientele? Like, what about that?
So what I consider successful is I have the freedom to make my own schedule. I have the freedom to work around my daughter's schedule. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have to be like, oh, I have to request this day off because my daughter has dance practice. Like, I don't have to do that anymore. Mm-hmm. I can have slow mornings. Like, if I know I'm having a long week with my other job, I can schedule myself later here so I can sleep in a little bit or enjoy my coffee a little longer. Mm-hmm. Like, those are the little luxuries in life that I consider successful. Like, I don't measure my success in money or materialism. I measure it in the freedoms I've gotten back from getting out of the corporate rat race.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. It is the little things. I would rather sleep in and then come into work and, work my own hours and be my own boss. And, childcare is so freaking hard now. Daycare is so expensive. Right. So not having to worry about that, I would agree, is very, very successful.
It is very nice. Like, if I'm in a pinch, my daughter can't go to school because she's not feeling great, like, I can just bring her with me and have her sit in the back. We've done it before. Like, last summer, she slept here every single day with me, and she was a good sport about it. Like, and I just love that she gets to see that I've worked so hard towards my dreams. So like, she's going to have that instilled in her whole life, that if I work hard enough, I can achieve my dreams. Mm-hmm. And like, that's the one thing I want her to take out of me owning this, like me having my brand, is that I can chase my dreams.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that, because I feel like not enough people understand how important it is for, their children, your child. They're going to learn from you. So if you're taking the time to sip your coffee, if you're taking the time to take her to dance practice and things like that, she's going to grow up and she's going to remember that, remember the good things, that you took the time to do that for her.
Right, and that's really important to me. That was a big reason why I opened my own business, because I wanted to be a mother first and an employee second, and you can't do that in a job. Yeah.
No, trust me, I get it. In this climate, it's so hard, and people aren't empathetic enough to mothers, or parents in general, that, have to call off, request off. Like, stuff happens.
A lot of places like, the moment you tell them you're a parent, they've already second-guessed hiring you. Like, in my experience, I've been picked over because I have a kid. I'm not available 24/7. And honestly, I don't think that that's the way it should be in any job. You don't owe any company your whole amount of free time.
Yeah, as long as you can go in, whatever hours they're requesting. I feel like that's all you should offer them,
Right.
And they expect so much more, and you get personal days. You're allowed to call off so many days, but they get mad when you use them sometimes.
They make you feel bad about it, and that's not okay.
No job should feel like that.
No job should make you feel trapped, and like it's never like you shouldn't wake up every morning with dread. You should wake up every morning optimistic, like, what does this day have in store for me? And like that's honestly such a great thing that I've been able to shift my mind to since just quitting my job and just chasing my dreams. It's so like crazy to even think about that I did that, and here I am 3 years later.
Do you think leaving your job is kind of what propelled you to kind of have this more positive, more humble mindset?
For sure. I went through like a big like spiritual awakening back in the pandemic when everything shut down. I was like, wow, I have all this free time. What am I gonna do? And like I was on TikTok a lot, and somehow I just started stumbling across like the meditation and self like help videos, and I was like, oh, number synchronicities. I see like 1111 all the time. I see 222 all the time. So like started looking into what these things mean, and I was like, wow, like I just started letting that stuff guide me, and I was just like, I was like, if I can't control it, it doesn't have a place in my mind. Like I really do try to live that free spirit attitude.
No, I get what
it
you're
definitely
saying.
It gets hard sometimes. Like you feel like your world's crumbling, and you're like trying to be positive, you're like crying with a smile on your face, but
yeah, it'll work out. Something better will come. It's not meant to be like, and it's easier said than done too. You get in a car accident. You're late to an event or something, or your hair's not cooperating. Your lash extensions are falling out. Like it'll all work out at the end of the day.
It always works out.
Like a specialty, like aesthetic, or like something you're known for?
I honestly feel like a lot of people know me just as like the bubbly, outgoing esthetician. Like I get along with a lot of people. Because like I get a lot of girls in here that are actually like more on the tomboyish side, and they feel a little bit more like confident around me because I'm also a huge tomboy myself. Like as I'm wearing a race shirt and gym shorts while I'm working, I don't know. Like I'm just the opposite of what you think an esthetician would be. Like I like to be in the car scene. I like to be in the woods. I like to fish. I like to do like the things that go against like the girlhood. Like I've always been a tomboy, but I'm a tomboy that loves makeup. So
no, I love that too, because I feel like there's so much pressure, just as a woman in general to look a certain way, act a certain way, and do all of that. So to have someone that loves lashes and makeup and all that stuff, but also likes to fish and likes cars, like that's not something you see all the time.
It's not, and I feel like it does bring a little bit of uniqueness to my brand because like I don't know, I don't really wear makeup, but like great at makeup. I don't I just wear mascara most of the day. Most days my eyebrows are tinted. So like I'm really like my brand, like I'm showing like, oh, these effortless beauty services are great. Like an eyebrow tint lasts 6 weeks and I don't have to color them in. And I have really blonde eyebrows, but you can't tell because I tint them. And like you get a lash lift and tint, and that also lasts 6 weeks, and you don't have to wear mascara. Your lashes are lifted and curled and tinted. So like,
you can at least speak for like your services.
As someone that likes to go all natural, like these effortless beauty services are great for that.
I love it. Is there anything else that you want to mention? Anyone you want to promote? And how can people find you?
I just hope that even if you don't book with me, I hope that you book with someone and get in and get some self-care, because everyone deserves that. And honestly, I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for my sister. She was very supportive in the start of my career, and she still is. So if you ever need a wedding photographer or just a photographer in general, Photographs with Wrist, she's awesome. And if you want to book with me, you can find me on Facebook or Instagram under Bewitching Beauty Spa, and our website is linked, that's where our booking link is.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. It was really nice to meet you guys.
It was nice meeting you.